Hello, everyone.
Hello.
Hello.
Well, I'm here today to tell you about my narrative speech. I have my audience of 5, along with my niece recording. I'm going to tell you about how my grandmother became my guardian, what she observed to want her to make her to be my guardian, and the benefits of her becoming my guardian. When my mom was 16 years old, she got pregnant with me. She told my dad the news. It was a shock for him. He told my mom that he was only 16 and he did not want to be a father. When my mom told him she was 16 years old and she did not want to be a mother, but it was too late. So my mom told my dad, we need to tell your mother, which is my grandmother. They both decided that they would tell her together, but they were afraid. But they waited around a while. They talked about it, and they both went in and they talked to my grandmother and let her know that my mom was pregnant. My grandmother was upset, but she said, what can I do? The damage is already done. Well, once my mom had me, my dad went off to college, leaving her to raise a child on her own. My mom's mother she was the only child, and my mom's mother had passed, leaving her to be raised by one of her friends. After my mom gave birth to me, she did allow my grandmother to be a part of my life until she got in a new relationship with her new boyfriend. Once she got in this relationship with him, the visitations from my grandmother stopped because they moved from place to place. They moved from house to house. It was never their house. Well, sometimes it was their house, but a lot of times they ended up staying with friends, family, back to friends. Well, as I was living with my mom and her boyfriend, I was being mistreated by him. He would say mean things to me such as, you're ugly, you're dumb, you're not my child, and your sister is prettier than you. He would always compare me to my sister, which was his daughter. I would go tell my mom because it hurt my feelings very bad. You know, as a child, what else can you do but go tell a parent? But every time I would tell my mom, she never confronted him because she was afraid to do so because he was abusive towards her. Well, as time went on, we continued to move. My grandmother said she tried to contact us, but that made it very hard because they were never in a stable place. But after some years went by, thank to God, he allowed my mama to move again. But this time, she moved on the same street as my grandmother. Thank God. My grandmother said she would see me run up and down the street playing with other kids. She would watch me on a daily basis. And when she would see me, she would give me hugs. She would give me kisses. I mean, she showed me love. She would also ask my mom to allow me to spend the night with her. But because of the relationship she was in, it was kind of hard to do. My mom was afraid. So as time went on, my grandmother still would watch me play up and down the street, show me the same love that she always did. And she did what she could do because my dad, which was her son, he was never there. He was off in school. So one time she sat on the porch on a daily basis for 2 whole weeks. She watched me play as usual, and she noticed I didn't look like her other grandkids. I was looking thrown away. And she said, after those last 14 days, baby, I just couldn't take it anymore. So she ended up going down the street to speak with my mom to see if she could take custody of me so I could have a better life. She said she knew something wasn't right just by the way I looked. My mom was reluctant to do so, but after my grandmother being persistent, constantly asking her, she gave in because she wanted me to have a good life. Once I moved with my grandmother, I felt so much love in that household. I felt safe. I knew I didn't have to worry about anything. And I knew I didn't have to go back to that bad situation that I was in. Now, the part that I didn't like is there was no one to come save my brothers and sisters. They had to live in their mistreatment. They had to deal with a dad that also mistreated them. And it affected them. And I say that now because I look at their life today. It's not the worst life, but it's not the best life. And I know it's because of what they went through with their father. And like I said, unlike me, they didn't have someone to come in and save their life. I make sure I tell my grandmother all the time how much I appreciate her and love her for coming to save me. And I'm still telling her right now today, at the age of 83. I am so thankful for her. Words can't explain how thankful I am for her and how grateful I'm for her. And pretty much that's it. That's how my grandmother became my guardian. I'm thankful she was observant, and I'm so thankful she was persistent. And I thank you all for taking the time to hear me. And you all have a wonderful day.